In ye olden times, when man looked to the heavens, we witnessed many strange things we weren't knowledgeable enough to understand. But as time moved on, we gradually began to understand what most of these phenomena were. However, there are some mysteries of the sky which still baffle us to this day. Strange lights, eerie noises, and a slew of unidentified flying objects which still confuse the heck out of humanity whenever they appear in the skies above us. So let's take a look at some of the weirdest in our list of the 7 strangest sights and sounds of the sky. Number 7. Airport aliens. When flying saucer reports come from a small-town hillbilly with more eyes than teeth, you'll probably take their story with a pinch of salt and file it away under, quote-unquote, crazy guy who wants attention. But when someone credible spots a UFO, that's when the world sits up and takes notice. And that's exactly what happened at Chicago's O'Hare International Airport in 2006. Several United Airlines employees described seeing a gray saucer-shaped craft which gradually ascended in a slow hovering motion before shooting off at phenomenal speed and punching a hole in the clouds. These witnesses were professionals in the aviation industry, so they know exactly what a moving airplane looks like, and each was adamant that what they saw was like nothing they had ever seen before. Number 6. Sounds from the sky. Most stories about strange things in the sky involve objects or phenomena people can see, but our next entry instead concerns a series of mysterious sounds. Sounds so loud they can be heard from North America through to Europe and Africa. These eerie, unsettling noises first gained attention in 2011 when millions worldwide heard a sound so loud it caused car alarms to go off. And similar incidents have been reported as recently as January 2016. They resemble huge, powerful horns and weirdly human-like groans. But if we discount the idea of Mother Nature having some sexy alone time, or God playing the tuba, we really have no idea what might have caused these astonishing noises. There's some natural phenomena known to cause strange sounds like this, such as lightning, earthquakes, and animal communication, but nobody has yet pinpointed a specific source for the constant droning the Earth continues to experience. Oklahoma University geoscientist David Deming believes it could be linked to the hum phenomenon, a strange, untraceable sound which can be heard in certain places of the world by between 2 and 10% of people. Are you one of these people? If so, please figure out what's making all the noise and let us know, unless it's really creepy. Then I don't want to know. Number 5. The Ohio Craft. On May 25th of this year, 2016, an unidentifiable craft was spotted hovering over Dayton, Ohio, in a clip filmed by a couple sat watching the sunset from their home. And this is the 3rd separate sighting of this craft within recent months. Technically, as this thing is hovering and not flying, we'll have to call it a UHO, but whatever it is, it was mooching around suspiciously close to nearby Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. Wright-Patterson is known as the home of a government-backed project to investigate UFO and extraterrestrial sightings back in the 1950s and 60s. So could this object possibly be linked? Have we acquired alien technology and taken it for a test ride? Or is this merely a new kind of military drone capable of taking a fixed position in the sky? If it's the latter, then it looks like stable hovering technology could be on its way, and the only logical conclusion we can draw is that we're about to get actual Back to the Future-style hoverboards for Christmas. Hooray! Number 4. The Dancing Skylight. 2016 seems to be pretty big on 2 things: dead celebrities and strange sky phenomenon, because our next entry involves yet another mysterious unexplained incident which occurred just recently on June 1st in Kiweru, New Zealand. Rebecca Couchman was stood on the deck of her home with her partner and a friend when they noticed a strange light dancing across the sky. She claimed there was no sound and the light eventually vanished out of sight after just a few minutes. Her partner and friend had both previously served in armed forces and neither could identify it as anything which vaguely resembled military hardware. Towards the end of the incident, the light seemed to shoot off towards nearby Makadu to the north, but further reports of this unidentified sky object came in from Rotorua to the west. Weather balloons and meteors are often people's first guess when something like this occurs, but both have been ruled out by the Rotorua Astronomical Society. So what did cause these peculiar dancing lights in the skies of New Zealand, and will they ever return? Number 3. The Russian Reddit mystery. Those New Zealand lights were pretty mysterious and subtle in appearance, but the UFO above the skies of one Russian city was about as subtle as a brick to the face. Mysterious footage shot in March 2015 was posted to Reddit last year showing a gigantic bright light traveling above a town called Kizel in the county of Perm. 9 days later, the Moscow Times newspaper reported a 20-meter sinkhole had appeared randomly nearby, yet no official statement has been made as to what caused it and whether the two were linked. There is the possibility that this is merely an undocumented missile launch, because that's hardly something the Russians would make public, but the county of Perm has long been known for harboring some pretty strange events. Since the late 1980s, 100,000 people a year visit the region to observe the constant UFO sightings, gravitational phenomenon, and electromagnetic activity which permeate the local area, gaining it the nickname the anomalous zone. So either the Russians are launching a hell of a lot of missiles lately, or something super strange is going on in the Russian county of Perm. Number 2, the miracle of the sun. In May 1917, 3 Portuguese children on their way home from tending to their sheep claimed to have met the Virgin Mary. Now we all know kids make stuff up just for attention. They'll claim the dog ate their homework, the kid next door took that dump in the swimming pool, yada yada yada. But on this occasion, it seems these children weren't talking baloney, because after they claimed that Mary would return on the 13th day, sometime within the next 6 months, she did exactly that, and something very strange happened upon her arrival. The children were joined by local villagers to witness the mysterious woman's return, and they claimed that after prophesizing about the end of World War I, the lady raised her hands and caused the sun to dance in the sky, making it zigzag around Earth with stunning colors emanating in a psychedelic pattern. The villagers each swore this took place, and others from a neighboring village also witnessed the sun behaving strangely. Clearly, something of note took place in the sky, but exactly what it was, we cannot know. Number 1, a failed attack. July 7th, 2015, a Virgin Atlantic flight takes off from New York's JFK Airport when this happens. An unidentified object flies dangerously close to the aircraft at such high speed that it actually overtakes it. The object seems to get shorter and wider whilst it moves through the air before disappearing out of shot as the plane continues safely. The footage was shot by a local plane enthusiast who shoots hundreds of takeoffs every year, so if this is some kind of hoax, he's really playing the long game. But if it's real, then what could it possibly be? It's certainly no bird, and a meteor would not travel in this way. So was it a drone? Did someone try to take down an airplane in New York? Or was it something else? Perhaps Superman took a dump while flying at hypersonic speed and he forgot to bag it. We just can't tell. What do you guys think it was? Why don't you tell us what you think it was in the comments below? Or if thinking hurts your brain and you just can't be bothered to do that, why not watch our video on the 7 mysteries of motivation and get your lazy ass in gear?